Hello, my name is Kaila Johnston, and I'm the Director of Education at the National Center for Truth and Reconciliation. I like to talk about one of the sacred objects that's in our collection here at the NCTR, which you'll be able to see right behind me. It's one of the TRC Eagle staffs. The one in particular I'd like to talk about is related to Pat Irthington Jr., who gifted the Eagle staff to the commissioners at the TRC's first national event in Winnipeg in 2010. In 2010, Patrick Irthington Jr., his father, Patrick Sr., and 3 others walked from their community of Cochrane, Ontario, to the Winnipeg National event, which was over 1,400 kilometers. It's at that event that they gifted the commissioners the TRC's Eagle staff. The Reconciliation Walkers, as they are known, not only walked to Winnipeg, but Pat and his father also walked to the Toronto regional event, to the Halifax national event, as well as to the TRC's closing ceremonies in Ottawa. They walked for 42 days to get to the Atlantic event in Halifax in 2012. And altogether, Pat Irthington Jr., his father, and the Reconciliation Walkers walked a total of over 5,000 kilometers. Now, on their journey, the reason the Reconciliation Walkers had started this was to spread education and awareness about the plight and impact of residential school survivors, but also educating the public about the history of residential schools. In an interview with Pat Irthington Jr., he was quoted as saying, "It was hard, but my suffering is nothing." He has a greater understanding as to the places his father has gone because of where he has gone. And that pathway all stems from the residential school system. In 2023, Pat Irthington Jr. sadly passed away. However, his memory and the journey that he took will not be forgotten. It's one of the reasons why we keep his Eagle staff on display with the other Eagle staff here at the NCTR, and why it's so important to understand and have context to the history and impacts of residential schools through intergenerational trauma, what that impact has meant for those who attended residential schools directly, but for the children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, and all those future descendants who are connected to this history.
The Eagle staff was commissioned when we opened our doors. It was put together by a number of the elders with advice from the late Dave Crochane to put our Eagle staff together. An Eagle staff is a flag of nations. It's a flag of organizations that have specific responsibilities. And in this case, the Eagle staff at NCTR is our flag. The Eagle staff is about a little over 5 feet tall. The top is curved, and on it is buffalo hair to represent the softness of the earth and respect the spirit of the buffalo, who are the creatures who took care of the Plains people in Western Canada and into the northern United States. Inside of the Eagle staff is a dream catcher. That dream catcher was installed in the Eagle staff because those of us that survived the Indian residential schools are still suffering and experiencing dreams. And this dream catcher is meant to catch our bad dreams. It's a filter for us to have some level of feeling safe in our safe spaces. Along the side of the Eagle staff, down the stem, is the eagle feathers that represent and respect the creature that flies closest to the sun, takes our messages and our prayers and our hopes for our people to the Creator to assist us in a better way of life and get away from some of the awful experiences that we had as children, and pray that this doesn't happen to generations in the future. On the bottom of the Eagle staff is the fringe, and the fringe is about 6 to 8 inches long, and that represents the roots of our people, the roots of the trees and the plants in solidifying our base. That's the story of the NCTR Eagle staff as it's been shared with me over the years.